Hi there. I like doing things with Excel. The first thing I want to do is to demonstrate inflation numbers. I'm going to get some stuff out of the way first because it's in the way. And I have some inflation numbers that I've collected from somewhere, a free source online. I know not where. Basically, I have inflation numbers from 1914 through to 2023. And I have them across every month of the year. I have an average that I copied and pasted, which is actually not accurate. And then I've done a calculation of an average. So I'm going to ignore this column for the moment. I'm going to actually Control X that, hit that column, Control V. I'm going to move it. And my graphs I had previously are still there. That's what I'm going to make sure of. And delete this column. No, just leave that. So these take an average across all these 12 columns from B2 to M2, average B2, M2, and you find that if, let's start with all these blank, up to the top, or any column really. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these 12 columns plus the last one. I'm going to hit this auto sum spin control, say average. It gives me an average. Now I can click there, press Control C, highlight all these with my mouse, left mouse button, press Control V. I get an average on every column. So this one is now row 98, average 98, B98, N98. I'll go back up to here. Same thing all the way down. It's giving me an error there. I'm not sure what that is, but I think I'm actually just going formula admits adjacent cells. Just ignore it. Update formula, ignore error. I could go through every single cell. I'm not going to do that. That's a waste of time. So what I want to do is draw a graph or two. Well, one. And I want to draw it across years. So I'm going to take these columns here, highlight the columns on the top bar, and I'm going to click hide. Gets rid of them. Now, let's just draw a box around this to make it look nice so I can see what's going on. Outside border. So I'm going to click this button here. In fact, let's go back a step. Leave those in there for now. I'm going to draw a graph. Left click the mouse button on the year cell. Scroll the mouse down without letting go of the left mouse button. All right. Let go of the left mouse button. Hold the Control key down. Scroll up to the top. Left click the mouse button and scroll down on these columns. And it should select this column. We are selecting both columns. All the data in both columns without selecting everything else. Let go of the mouse button and the Control key. Let's scroll up. We'll go to Insert. We're going to insert a simple 2D line. And it comes out pretty useless at this point. We're going to change that though. So what I'm going to do, well, first of all, let's hide these things. I don't need these columns, they're in the way. Left click all the columns at the top on the top bar and hide. So now, I'll make this bigger. Now I want to make this make sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this chart look something like one of these two. Basically, I drew those before. What it's done is taken the year and the annual average and drawn two lines against the year value. I'm not sure what that is. I think these are percentages. But I'm going to go into here and I'm going to reselect the data. Sometimes these things draw properly. It's probably got something to do with me. So if we look down here, see these two graphs down here? The year goes from left to right and the percentage is up and down. That's what I want to get. At the moment, just trying to draw them in the same place. If I go into this one, let's say, well, cancel out of here. And select the data. Here's annual average there and the years on the right. So that means the thing on the right is basically the x-axis, horizontal, and the percentage is the y-axis. So click here, select data. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to get rid of this thing here. And that's the annual average. If you click here, yeah, see it's actually highlighted both of those. So let's go to here. Now I'm going to select the year range. So on the 1914 column, cell 2, scroll the mouse down, make sure you only get one column. See the numbers counting in the box on the axis labels? It's labeling the axis with these values. Inflation, which is this inflation is the spreadsheet, the worksheet in the spreadsheet, and this is A2 to A112, which is this whole column. Click OK. It's got 1914, 1915. And if I'm lucky, oh, it's gone up the top somewhere because I've scrolled all the way down. There you go. It's done it. The annual average is basically the line it's drawn. These are the percentages of inflation, and these are the years across here. What's interesting is if I expand this thing, it adds more dates in, or okay, it changes the structure. Yeah, it's kind of useless. We can probably change that. Now it's kind of diagonal. If you put it that way far enough, it'll be vertical. The point is that we're looking at inflation numbers, and we're looking at inflation over a period of time. As you can see, high in World War I, early 1920s deflation, the Great Depression deflation, the World War II era and after, very high inflation, maybe the GI Bill, something like that. 1970s and early 80s, yeah, pretty ugly. And this is 2008. This is the financial crisis, and this is COVID. Fascinating stuff.